Good evening and welcome to another day of Be Agile Scrum. We had last week transitioned into business analysis chapter and we completed the day one of business analysis. And anyone here for the first time joining in? Is your day one? Hello. Is there anyone with day one? I believe that there were two people. Okay.
Yes.
Mukta. Okay, Mukta and Gayatri. So
Gayatri.
yes, so I would request you all to one by one, just raise your hand virtually. And what you can do, you can quickly introduce yourself as in from where you are joining in. And if you, what has been your prior experience, any experience you had and educational background. So could you please introduce yourself along with me? Gayatri, you can proceed.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Gayatri. I'm a graphic designer specialized in UX UI. So I've been in US for around 5 years or now, and I'm looking for career transition and looking forward to go into IT. So that's the reason that I joined BA, and also have like undergone CSPO training last past week. So it was like something that interests me, and I also want to know what more is in knowledge based on BA as a BA. So that's what I am here today.
Okay, thank you so much, Gayatri. Welcome to Guru Schools. Mukta, could you please introduce yourself as well? Yeah, go ahead. Mukta, somehow you are not audible to me. Okay, I think you are experiencing some technical issue with your mic. No problem. We'll come back to you again. Anyone else? Is your day one? Okay, we'll take silence as we are done. So thank you so much, everyone. So and Mukta and okay, just wait a second. Mukta and Gayatri, did you go through by any chance the past recording, please?
I went to a few of the recordings.
Okay, so yes, I believe that last time's recording you might have gone through. All right. So in that recording, you might have also understood that we start with a quick reminder as a code of honor. So we'll begin with the reminder of code of honor, and that will come in front of your screen to in front of all of you. So let me know in case you can see the screen.
Sure.
And apart from me, your co-trainer will be Prerna. Prerna will join shortly. So here are the context which we are going to set with the code of honor number one, that says that because Agile is full of ceremonies and that demands you to be live. Live means you be on time, remain punctual, and remain highly committed. So to make it more authentic, what we recommend you all to start your training at least by following this code of honor number one. Why? Because two reasons. First, once you practice it over here, that will be quite easy for you to deliver it once you join. Once you will join where you will be placed. And second, the universal law that says that how you do anything is how you do everything. The second one that says that in this journey, many of you are coming with the various background. Many of you have already some experiences, okay? And eventually you are learning. Learning automatically makes you a student. We don't want you to be the student. We want you to be the full stack student. What does full stack students mean? Full stack student who does all the assignments, does self-research and repeat what they learn. They are a full stack student. That's what we expect from you to be. The third one, uh, continue to be so, and for that you need to take the responsibility. What you start, that you complete. Eventually, when you hit the success, that is quite easy to take. But when you don't, you eventually go to the failure. And when you take the responsibility of that as well, there are chances you may correct that back and the cause behind it. and you will find failure does not remain the failure, that will become the trail to the success. So for that, it's very important to take the full responsibility of both the elements. The fourth one, to do so, you need to work on mindset. And mindset, the first one that comes from the lean management, that is the Kaizen of the lean management system, that says that continuous improvement, and for that you must inculcate the mindset. More learning minded you will become, you will find yourself going more positive minded. In any crisis of delivery of software, you will make it happen. More positive minded you will become, you will find yourself going more complaint free. Even in the lack of resources, you will find yourself going more resourceful, and still you make it happen. More complaint free you will become, you will find yourself getting soaked in more gratitude, that leads to the happiness, because eventually you will be delivering more and more when it comes to software delivery, and that boost your confidence and then lead towards the gratitude mindset. And the fifth one, that says to do so you need to work on your receptivity every single day. When you start your day, we recommend you to undergo the 30 days challenge, that comes with just mere listening one audio program, which is 40 minutes long. You need to, just what you need to do, plug and play while you walk, or exercise, or do your simple cardio as well. Just plug in your ear and play it into X mode, and you are done for the day. And you will be amazed to see how every single day, every single activity of the day is getting positively impacted. That audio link you can definitely ask me after the session. Just DM me and I'll be happy to give it to you. This is just a recommendation, not the mandate. So this is the first, which is the 30 days audio program. Second, because we are taking a deep dive into deep learning, let's follow the golden quadrant of learning. What is golden quadrant of learning? We will start with the declaration, what we are going to do, and we will put anchor to that. What is anchor? Anchor, like for the ship, there is anchor that holds the tall ship in the water. Why? Because it should not float. It should not sway away. It should not lose its direction. Likewise, focus is a tall ship in the ocean of thoughts, and that needs your entire anchor, the entire holding, because focus is part of body, part of attention and mind. And mind is and ocean of thoughts are part of body as well. So you require to give anchor, which should be the part of body as well. And for that, what we are going to do is that after declaration, we will put the anchor, bodily anchor. Bodily anchor will be the body movement, will be nothing but the self hi-fi, the clap. Okay. And then after doing so, we will take a deep dive into deep learning. And after that, draw after 24 hours whatever you have learned, okay, using pen and paper. Okay. How you can draw? You can just from your memory, you can trace your notes like this. And once you do that, within 24 hours, just summarize whatever you have learned in a less than 90 seconds, or maximum go up to 3 minutes, not more than that. And you continue every single time, every single learning happened, and after 24 hours, you are drawing it and learning it, drawing it and summarizing it. That is going to be very helpful for you. So we are with this concept, we will start our day. So how we are going to do is that we will declare with the anchor. Anchor, I will just count 1, 2, 3 and clap, and you will repeat this. And then I'll read it out, what is selected on your screen. Can you all see that, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, we
Yeah.
can.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So let's begin. Let's start. So I'll start now. 1, 2, 3 and clap. Just clap and repeat. I'm a quick learner.
I'm a
I'm
quick
a
learner.
I'm a quick
learner.
learner.
What others can learn and master,
What others can learn and master,
Just can learn and master.
I too can do that.
I too
I
can do
too
that.
can do that.
One more time with me, please. So for that next segment, so 1, 2, 3 and clap and repeat. Because I'm an awesome learner.
Because I am
Awesome
a
learner.
learner.
Today's learning is going to be
Today's learning is going to be
super duper easy to me.
super duper easy to me.
Yes, it is going to be. If you said so otherwise, you need to follow the code of honor number 6 that says that on this journey you must be the giver. Giver means keeping ego away on the path of learning makes you more spiritually grounded. As I said, spiritually grounded means your happiness level increases, and happiness is today's new productivity, and that is the demand of the corporate, and that's the reason must follow it. And while you will be following it, getting positioned as a business analyst or product owner or scrum master, you also eventually get to earn. So you want to get frozen onto the fixed salary or fixed payout. No, of course that has to also be increased, and for that it is said that whatever you want to gain more of, you must start giving away the portion of. And that's the reason we recommend you to follow the next stand that says that start giving away 5% or 10% of your earning to any causes wherever you believe in, like giving back 5% or 10% of your earning to any orphanage or old age home, or feeding children, hungry children, or wherever you believe in, like churches, mosque, temple, gurudwara, wherever you can, just start doing so. Why you need to do so? Because when you give, you grow. And in case what you are, if you are not earning, if you are not earning today, at least have an intention that you are going to do that, and you will be amazed to see what you give that let you grow, and what you receive that let you just survive. And I'm sure you are not here for the sake of the survival, but for the growth. But just don't start giving away for the sake of the growth, but also to inspire others in your surrounding. While you do so, appreciate what you do, what others do for you, and even what does not happen to you, seems like it is not helping you out, still continue to do so, because what you appreciate appreciates you back. So that's what the sixth code of honor we are going to follow. And after that, these are the days where we are going to remain connected every single Sunday for the technical session at 10 p.m. Monday, we will have the another technical session at 10 p.m. And Tuesday, you must attend our RRP session, that is a reference ready resume preparation session that enhances your visibility, credibility, as well as your marketability. Wednesday, you must do the assignment for whatever learning you have done on the Sunday. Thursday, you are going to do the going to repeat the RRP session again. The entire RRP team is there. Here, not only reference ready resume preparation, profile optimization happens, your profile brand building happens, but also any question which is not related to training, you can ask over there, because me and Prerna, we both are here just for answering any query related to your training. So even your resume will be prepared in this. So you should not come back here asking that, Gaurav, please help me to prepare my resume, or Prerna, please help me to prepare my resume, because for that you have been assigned with your HR and your RRP team. Friday, what you are going to do is that you are going to do the assignment for the next learning that happened on the Monday. And Saturday, you can choose to either relax or do your own research work on some topic. If you want to go more deeper and do your further research, you can do that, or repeat with the recording to let it sink in more deeper, or prepare any another further question if you have, so that you can get the answer of it on the next Sunday. So this is how we are going to remain connected and abide by these code of honor. Do we all agree to follow this? Just say yes if you agree and understood.
Yes.
Yes.
All of you, thank you so much for your confirmation. So let's get started with the topic. Last time we started with what, do you know? Anyone remember that?
Roles and responsibilities of BA.
Yes, we started with, thank you so much, Ipsha. We started with the roles and responsibility. Means we were just learning about business analysis, the task, the position, the role, why the need of this, and who will do that, what all traits are required. These all things we covered. So the very first job of any business analyst, when it comes to and that relates with what, that relates with the requirement gathering. So when we are talking about requirement gathering, you will see in this delta, there are three types of requirement gathering. One is business requirement related to business. In this requirement, you also need to gather about stakeholder requirement, what they need, and the transition requirement that goes towards more technical, and solution requirement that is further bifurcated as a functional requirement and non-functional requirement. When we will talk about functional requirement, it has to do with the feature, usability, capability, and operations of a product. Means all the functionality, how every click event happening, mouse event is happening, or any function that you see on the screen, that will become the part of functional requirement. Okay. And non-functional requirement, which has to do with the performance, stability, security, and technicality of it. What else in the performance, what else in the non-functional performance or stability or load, whatever you think that is not the part of function, that can be considered in the non-functional requirement. Okay, functional requirement, it's a documentation start. When you gather the requirement, documentation start, it gets expanded with the start of statement of work that you receive from the client's end, and then you convert further into functional requirement document. Your technical document will be called as technical requirement document. So to understand more and deeper about any simple requirement, let's understand one simple example behind it. Okay, so next example, before I explain it, in fact, I'll tell you first. When you develop a requirement, you must ask some questions. Okay, that question you can ask to yourself or from whom you are gathering the requirement, that what you are going to get, what requirement you are going to look for, where it has to be applied, when it has to be triggered, why it has to be triggered, what you are assuming for this, anything that you are going to exclude, and anything that you are going to include. Okay, so these are the 5 questions: what, where, when, why. Okay, along with assumption and exclusion. So how many it became 6. Okay, so this 6 element you need to remember to develop any requirement. So imagine that, by the way, anyone here who has used any e-commerce website? Anyone here who has used e-commerce website? Ever?
Most of us, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you give me one example of any website that you have done? You have used?
Amazon, PayPal, eBay.
Amazon. Okay. Amazon. So Amazon, so you might have done the payment with Amazon, right? So you go to
Right.
the, yeah. So what exactly happens? Amazon either saves your address, and you need to give the confirmation that, okay, this is the address where we want some delivery. And the moment you place the order, what is going to happen? You have to pay. So there are multiple options of the payment, right? Do you all agree? You have seen there are multiple options, not just
Yeah, the
one.
payment gateway it goes to.
Yeah. So you have to just confirm those options, right, everyone? So what happens? There are multiple ways. Say, for example, you choose credit card option. What happens? You need to key in your credit card details, the CVV number, the expiry date, and in case it has to do with OTP, you will need to enter OTP. So this requirement says that you see on the screen that I want to also integrate the PayPal option. Okay, so in some of the country, PayPal option is not there. PayPal option is not integrated. Say, for example, this, and imagine as if a PayPal option is not available on Amazon.com as well. So here this company wants to integrate that. Okay, and Amazon.com is just an example. You can consider any abc.com is a website, and where this has to be integrated. Why it has to be PayPal integration, and when it has to, where exactly it has to be integrated? At the point of checkout, when the moment you will, you have added the stuff or added the goods in the cart, there you have to there you are going to click on the checkout option. But when exactly PayPal will be integrated, we are answering all the questions that we have asked to the customer, and you are receiving the data. So within step number 3 of 4, so there are the total 4 steps of checking out. And in the step number 3, in the checkout experience, after shipping address or web form is the field, and just before the confirmation of it, we are going to integrate PayPal option. So these data you develop yourself, you entered yourself? No, you have gotten it from customer. And why you need to put it? Because an established integration of PayPal is a better solution than a robust custom built integration for a payment service in this case, because it is easily meets client requirement. Okay, in a nutshell, client want the hassle-free transaction experience for their customer. Excuse me. Yeah. So hassle-free transaction of the transaction. Amazon or the e-commerce website wants their customer to experience, and you will see that you won't require any more once you simply integrated. Simply you have connected with the website, or you just enabled this PayPal option over there. You don't have to every time put all the details. Just simple address of PayPal will help you go through. You don't have to go through 3, 4, 5 steps. Just 1 or 2 will be sufficient for you to meet or fulfill this requirement or fulfill this purchase. So there is the major and robust reason to make it happen. What you are assuming over here, and that you are going to mention in the requirement document, whatever you are assuming. So here the assumption is that flat fee for all shipping and handling, that you are not going to calculate. All shipping that is happening, that will be within the US, and you are not including Alaska or Hawaii. Okay, any taxes which has to do that that is not getting applied in this simple checkout, that you are not going to calculate. This is the assumption part. And some part which has been very much clear with the conversation with the client, and that you can draw as an exclusion. What is the difference between assumption and exclusion? Exclusion has been spoken, has been already conversed. Assumption, maybe you have read between the lines and you are now just willing to get the clarification on it. Okay, so that will be part of assumption. Exclusion, you are mentioning in the document that custom shipping and handling fee calculation you are not going to do. Shipping internationally to Alaska or to Hawaii, that you have jotted down. Any other tax rules, you have jotted it down. Okay, so all these details, when you have entered, you are very good to go. Anyone want to say something? Anyone here? Okay, anyone? No. All right. So why we are doing all these things? There is a reason behind it. As you read here, the smaller the delta between client expectation and reality with their digital product, the happier your client is going to be with the end result. Of course, we want to deliver the exact end result. Who will who will be responsible for the exact end result to deliver to the client? What do you think? Who will be responsible, everyone, to deliver the exact
Business analyst.
Delivery manager.
delivery
Business
manager?
analyst.
Business analyst.
Okay. All right. So all the answers are good, but in a nutshell, the entire team. Okay. But entire team, before entire team, business analysts are the gateway, because you are the real communicator, right? So you need to communicate. Say, for example, clearly written words, okay, should be understood. Okay. Clearly written words on the paper should be well translated and well understood. Any ambiguity should not lead to any assumption, and eventually you develop something else. So you will find a lot of memes around it, that client has asked for X and he got Y. Client has asked for camel and he was delivered with donkey. Okay. Client has asked for the horse, he was delivered with donkey. Okay, so why such meme got developed? Because there is always some differences between client expectation and those expectation being translated into the requirement. So business analyst plays a vital role, that what they are communicating through their document, the requirement to the team. And the team can include the architect, the developer, the coder, the testers, every single person, okay, who are sitting as a part of team. So you may wonder that if business analysts are translating the requirement in these terms, then does not it get approved by client that what we have understood is right or not? So every time client you will not find is very much proactive, and they will continue to keep an eye on your understanding. A simple requirement gathering meeting gets held. They understand whether you understood or not, and then and there they can say. But of course, for their sign off is a good terminology. You can send it out to the customer. Okay, so what does it mean? Should you keep on waiting until customer comes back? No, you will start preparing your own work until customers come back or not. Wherever a client will think that there is some discrepancy, they will come. And for that very reason, agile delivery model works well. Okay, that whenever customer wants something to go better or some changes, agile delivery model is smart enough to accommodate the changes accordingly, if not immediately, but definitely later, so that things will continue to move. And continuous movement, continuous improvement, and continuous delivery is the key for agile. And that's the reason we have brought agile and business analysis together, where you will understand agile being the foundation and business analysis being the pillar of any software delivery. Everyone with me so far? Able to understand what I am speaking, or just I'm speaking? Okay, all of you are with me. All right.
Yes.
Any question around this requirement example? If not, we will go to the process. Okay, so what has been the process? Okay, so it's a very simple notes. I want someone, 6 people to read one for me. So 6 people, you can go on and mute and start reading one by one. So start without asking.
Take notes.
Mhm,
Make creative.
mhm,
Make annotations.
mhm. Next.
Write them in requirement document. Use template and you include use case.
Mhm.
Hold
Next.
Hold an internal review.
Next.
on external review.
Awesome. Thank you so much, all of you, for reading this out. Yes. So there are 6-step process involved in any requirement gathering process. You can take a note of it. So what exactly happened? Tomorrow, if guys, I'm going to come to you, will divide you in the group, and I will be telling that I'm sending you on the assignment today, and Mr. 1, Mr. 2, Mr. 3, Mr. 4, and Mr. 5, and Mr. 6, you are going to hold one team. I want you, one, Mr. 3, you have to play for first week the Scrum Master role. And eventually you will pass it to the another Scrum Master. And this is going to be the 6 weeks long project. Okay. And everyone will be playing the Scrum Master's role. Okay. And what I'm going to tell you, that is going to be the requirement. So pay a very positive attention and start taking the notes of the requirement. Okay. So what is going to happen? I will start speaking the requirement, and all of you, because you will be eventually playing the role of the Scrum Master, also on the remaining days, the role of business analyst. So all of these 6 people will start taking notes. Okay. You will start taking notes of the requirement, what I have spoken. You can go more creative while I'm speaking, and so that it will be more remembered. So you can go more creative, use drawing or something, make some annotation, means pictorial representation you can develop further. It can happen either directly in the same call, or you can further when you have taken a note, initial notes, and you are going to expand that you can do that. Okay, then write them into the requirement document. Now first to three can happen immediately then and there, or first or second can happen then and there. But for third thing, you can work with your own self, with your own setting, and then after that you will use any template. Now, using the requirement document template, two ways. One, either your company knows, okay, what template you are going to use, or company have got the template itself. Okay, that's number one. They will give you, okay, Mr. 123, you are going to use this template for requirement document. That's a primary thing. Second, what if the company does not have the template? They have just started. Imagine you yourself, just give me a second. Yeah, I was pulling the power cord to plug in. So what I said that, say for example, customer has given you all the details, and what if they don't have the template? So, and imagine you yourself is starting a new company. Okay, initially will you be equipped with everything, including the template and all? Not necessarily, but definitely the web is full of such templates. You can go ahead and you can refer to any existing one, and just customize it as per your need, or definitely your because it is template, you can customize it as per your need. You can put further, because you have already customized your logo and all, and you can own it. Okay, so from where the requirement document template will come, I have already told you. Either the company already have their own existing template, that's number one. Number two, you can develop your own in case company has just started. In case they have never implemented, you can go ahead. So this has been the season. This has been the tradition to follow this way. But eventually, what has happened? Everything will take a term of ticket. Those who understood about the ticket, like what I'll be going to tell you in near future, when we will be giving you the overview for Jira. Anyone in the past who have attended the overview of Jira in the past?
Yes.
Yeah, you have gone through in this
Yes.
class? Yeah, just unmute yourself and say yes if you have already gone through the overview of Jira with me.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So in case few of you might have not gone through, you will go through again. Okay. So there everything is broken down into the smaller requirement, and will be converted into the tickets. And tickets are not large and bulky documents, but the requirement document can be large and bulky referring document that eventually you are going to refer. So imagine the requirement document is completely filled, all the legends inside, and all the means bullet points are very well filled. It becomes large and bulky. What will happen? You are going to hold an internal review with everyone. Every single person from the team will get involved. Okay, and you will go through this requirement along with them. Now tell me, now you have captured the requirement, you know all the details, you have just laid it down into the document. Why you require to hold an internal review with the team? I want your thoughts on this. What do you
I
think?
will not miss anything.
You as a team member or business analyst?
As a team member.
As a team member, okay, that will be benefit of team will not miss anything. That's number one. What else?
We are all on the same page.
Okay, second, we all will be on the same page. Third, why business analysts need to uh, hold internal review. See, this is not the KT. This is not that business analyst is just doing the knowledge transfer. Together with the team, internal review is the word. So think that
Or more,
team is also
yeah,
reviewing
clear
the
about the requirement.
Inspect and adapt.
Okay, accept and adapt. Okay, what else?
Internal review, is it with the developers or is it with the
Entire team. This internal review where you will call everyone and share what the requirement you have collected. See, this is not just you speaking and you are just delivering the lecture in front of your team. You are holding the review. And that's the reason my question is, why review? Why it could not be the direct delivery or lecture?
correct? So basically, from you get input from all possible parties who will be involved in the project.
What kind of input it would be?
It can be developers' questions also. The
Yeah.
requirements may not be very clear to the developers.
Brilliant.
Right?
Maybe
Yeah.
sometimes a business analyst does not have enough technical knowledge and to understand with the development team whether certain things, the requirement he has taken is technically possible or not.
So you are talking about development team means just coder on behalf of coder, you will gain more questions and you may gain more clarity. Is that what you mean when you it comes
Yeah,
developer
if
and coder?
there are not exactly the developer and coders, like maybe someone who has more technical knowledge, they know probably more, which is practically possible to implement.
Even
Brilliant.
the delivery heads, the people who are part of the integration team,
Yeah.
every angle is involved.
Because most of
Yes.
the time, business knowledge analysts are more on the functional knowledge they have.
Yes. Yes. So
More understanding about business needs.
yes.
Brainstorm together on how
What's
to
blocking
go about
and
it.
Right. So every one of you have got it. You are right. Yes, it is not just that you are going to lecture. You all have got the major strength will come with the question. Question may not be just a coder's question. It may be some gap question that business analyst may not have thought of. Okay, it could be like just a business analyst received the data and the information from the customer, but even the testers they ask something. Okay, how will you be ensure that it is getting fulfilled or not, because we see the gaps over there. How you will bridge the gap? Now that could be the bulb on moment for the business analyst, like, oh, I didn't even think of, I did not even ask. So such question will help business analysts to move back
Technical and functional, probably. I think
Yeah.
functional team, the end user also potentially.
Yeah, so all those question and answer contemplation and everything, this will be kind of a hustle where you brainstorm on the requirement and coin up more and more questions that will be helpful to strengthen the requirement that the business analyst may not immediately answer, and he may feel that, okay, I need to go back one more time with the customer and then take all the data, and for that very reason then he holds another round of external review with the customer. Okay, where he will ask such question and such question he will gain from the customer. Those questions will be answered, or eventually he may ask more question which had not been the part of internal review, but might have been the part of insight that he eventually might have developed after the internal review, before the internal review, or during the internal review, that business analyst will gain during the external review. The moment he is done with these 6 steps, the another part comes into that he will translate all the requirement as a user stories. Okay, how to write the user story. In the past, those who have not known, anyway you are going to learn that what is the format of writing the user story in coming few days. So these are the 6 steps. Any question around it, guys? If not, just take a note of it, because or you can take the screenshot. Why? because these PPTs are not shared, as this is the IP of Guru Schools, and we are not allowed to share. But definitely, we will encourage you to continue to take notes and screenshot of it, so that it will be anyway helpful for you to refer. In case you cannot take it right now, definitely while watching the recording, you can definitely take on it. Okay, so that is one thing. Any question around it, my dear friends? No. Can I move to the next slide then? Yeah, say yes.
Yes.
Okay. So
I
what
have
is,
a question, Gaurav.
yeah, please
So,
go ahead.
sometimes, there is a possibility that a business analyst does not have enough technical knowledge. And when they are going to get the requirement, is there a possibility the business analyst can take some technical person along with them in the meeting?
Yeah, definitely. In such situation, what happens, in case business analyst does not have the technical knowledge. When I'm talking about technical knowledge, so either business analyst is recently graduated, that's number one. He knows all his parts of how to do's and to do's the stuff, but he does not have the domain knowledge. So in such cases, what happens? Such business analysts are not hired as a senior business analyst, but always in any project you will find any senior business analyst will be there, and one associate or just business analyst will be there, and both will make a good functional team, and they help each other to perform the entire business and activity well. So in what cases business analyst is required, and in what cases business senior business analysts are required? So senior business analyst will be required where customer wants to develop any matured, requirement, and customer have the budget. Okay, that's number two. Number three, if it is just any small requirement and it does not have to do with the utility, any business analyst can come down and can understand new evolving domain. Say for example, utility as in what kind of utility? Electricity utility. Okay, where I don't know how it is, where you are just prepaying or recharging every single month. Such kind of things are there. Every consumer has got their consumer ID. So such kind of small application has been developed where customer can check his consumption record, and he will continue to get the alert that how much electricity he has consumed, and all the bifurcation means I'm just thinking it loud and developing one thought application for such electric electricity application, where consumer will be using to know his own records and his own consumption of the utility of electricity. So if such cases are there, so in such thing you don't really require any business analyst who has the 10 years or 20 years of experience. Anyone with the 5 years or 7 years of experience can be the part of such team. Okay, and anyway he can go ahead. But when it comes to the enterprise application development like banking, where you need to know the flow, that how even the check can be dispersed, what all the instrument of the banks, including the checks and DD and the cards and everything. Your deeper knowledge is required. Say for example, insurance, where claim like a system is available, so you need to get to know about it. Okay, so in such cases you will have the two business analysts working together, that you will get to see. But any small like the example of utility I gave, not necessarily that always you will have the 2 or 3 team of the business analysts. Even one man show will be enough. Yeah, did I answer your question, Ipsa,
Yeah.
in detail?
Thank you so
Yeah, you're
much.
welcome. Any other question inspired by
Yes,
Sir, I
this?
have a question.
Yes, Revati, go ahead.
yes, thank you. So the product owner and the BA will be working together for the requirement gathering or talking with the business people.
Okay, that's good question. So they may go together, product owner and business analyst. In the ideal scenario, they travel together, they go to the customer's location to gain the requirement or gather the requirement. But product owner is not actively involved when it comes to so more or less product owner will be product owner will be the conversationalist. So he may be active listener, but he will not be taking really details. He might be asking question that may support to business analyst. But in some scenario, what may happen that the product owner had already the meeting with the senior management where he has the high level of idea, but he chooses to not to go. Okay. To the requirement gathering session. And why? Because some other person from customer is coming, only their business analyst, and from here you can send some other business analyst or team of the business analyst. So this is completely situational, not always fixed. But if it is always first time, product owner can be there. Okay. So but as a business analyst, you are going to be there. Okay. And what if you become product owner? I will encourage as a product owner, you also go ahead with the business analyst, be the part of it. Okay. And today, the system has become so much intelligent. How many of you?
Once you finish, I can add something here.
Okay, sure. So how many of you can see the toolbar of Zoom on the screen? Can you all see the toolbar of Zoom? I just now brought on the screen. Can you all see that?
Yes.
No or yes?
No.
No, no.
And a note AI companion, you can't see that? Okay, let me do that for you. I'm going to.
Yeah, we can see it now.
You can see now?
Yes.
Yeah, we're seeing a screen.
Okay. So I have just now circled something. Are you able to see that?
Yes.
Okay, red in circle. It is AI company. And another is start summary. Okay.
Yes.
So such things have been developed. Such thing has been developed recently. Okay. In the Zoom itself. So sometimes you really, as a product owner, even if you are not going, you have just enabled it. Okay. Say for example, I'm going to enable it for all the participants. Okay. Okay, just wait a second. Let me enable it for you. Okay. It will continue to work in the background. That's number one. I will also enable the summary. Okay. So at the end, what is going to happen? Whatever we have discussed, even if it has some, action item and all, you yourself is not going to take the active listening and taking the notes. The system will continue to do that. And such tools are really, really available if online or virtual meetings are happening, where something, even if you missed, these tool will help you to remind what you have missed, what all this tool has listened on your behalf along with you. So such things will come as an output once the meeting will get over. Then you can go ahead and sync them up with your understanding. So likewise, the tools will help you. Product owner will help you with something which you might have missed, or some question that you are not able to ask likewise. So this is how it is going to happen. Yeah. Did you get your answer, Revati?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Prerna, you can definitely go ahead and add, and then we'll move to another question. Prerna. Prerna wanted to add something.
Yes. Yeah. So I just wanted to add to that question that yes, requirement gathering, if you have to consider from practical point of view, is majorly driven by business analysts and as required by architects at times, because in the initial meeting, just to understand the scope or what the customer actually wants, we may request some senior people. And as Gaurav rightly mentioned, yes, product owner may or may not be available. Generally, it's a notion that in initial meetings, product owner be the part of the discussion. So he wants to be with the customer, or or at least for some, I would say, relationship building process in the initial 1 or 2 sessions, if they wish to, if their availability is there. But then from responsibility point of view, definitely it doesn't fall on them. It is majorly taken by business analysts. So yes, Gaurav, this is my personal experience. I just wanted to add this to your explanation.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank
So
you.
yeah. So apart from Revati, I think Ashwarya had some question. Ashwarya, do you have?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what is that?
I just wanted to know, so how would the customer, who would the customer contact with his requirement?
Okay.
If he
So
has any requirement, who would he go to first? Who would he approach first?
okay, so customer will come to vendor first. Say, for example, when seniors, project managers comes with product owner that, okay, we have this requirement, we want your company to develop. Even direct product owner will not be there. So PMO level decisions will come into here. That's X and Y Z company are coming with the requirement. What is going to happen? A product owner will be assigned. Product owner, he has already built for some project. Okay, now product owner will choose who all will be the part of their team, and from there he will pick the business analyst, and first kickoff meeting of requirement gathering discussions shall happen with the it may happen in presence of product owner. Okay, so it is going to be product owner who will assign the business analyst for a project. Did I answer your question, Ashwarya? Whatever I
Yes.
understood. Okay. Any other question, guys? If not, we can move to the...
Gaurav, probably I'll ask a layman question.
Yeah, please.
This is my first session. I don't know whether this course is going on for 1 or 2 weeks. I saw the first
When did you join,
video.
Prasad? When did you join?
I just joined last Friday, and I saw the video of the first session.
Okay, you gone through the first session, so you might have an idea.
I went through the video of the first session.
Yeah.
The question I have is, probably, are we starting from the scratch? Have I missed out anything? Should I follow up? Should I catch up on anything so far? That's first. Second, there are multiple roles you're talking of. One is business analyst, one is a scrum master, one is product owner, one is a project manager, right?
Yeah.
Where does
project manager,
one role start? Where does the
project manager, I have not spoken yet. So yes, go ahead.
A PMPO, right? Right.
No,
okay.
no, this is not PMPO. This is not PMPO track.
No. This course is not. But generally, in the software world, I'm not from a technical background. I don't understand. I understand technology. I've been in industry for a while, but where does one role start? Where does one role end? And where does the next one take on? Say, for example, product owner is from the customer side, in my understanding, and then he will choose a team for the business analyst, right?
Okay.
Is that how it works?
Yeah. So your question is that where does product owner comes? Is it part of customer? Was it your question?
Correct.
Yeah. So no, product owner is very much part of the vendor. Customer may have their own team. Okay. Customer may have their own IT team. Every IT team, okay, will have product owner, will have scrum master, will have business analyst, will have the... So we will have the separate session on who all will be the part of the scrum team. Okay, so even if it is not scrum team, you will expect a coder to write a code, lines of code. You will have the UI UX team as a part of, along with coder, okay, who will help into the design. Okay, you will have the business analyst who will do the analysis and design. You will have the testers who will be testing the entire application. You will have architect where they will be integrating two different applications to communicate with each other. So and product owner who will manage the entire show on team's behalf, where team can communicate with him, and customer can communicate back to him. However, the business analyst who will be also the point of contact when it comes to only requirement conversation once it is finalized that okay, some new requirement has come and now it has to be developed. The moment it is decided, okay, it has to be developed, then product owner will say, hey, Mr. XYZ, you are the senior or just associate business analyst or business analyst, take the charge of it and understand the requirement from the customer, because we have to develop and we have to deliver. Did you get the picture?
Once the requirement is, understood. Once the requirement is gathered and passed it on to the development team, Does during the course of the development, which can be a few weeks, few months, what is the role of a business analyst? What does he do at that time?
Come again with your question.
Okay, say for example, the customer is given requirement to the project team. Business analyst gets involved, gathers the requirement, does all the due diligence, whatever you listed in the previous slide, passes it on to the development team. So does this role end there?
No.
Or during the course of the development, what is the role of the business analyst?
Okay, so there are multiple activities. He will continue to do that. So good question, Prasad. So there is something what we call it as a backlog refinement. Okay. So what happens the moment he develops the requirement, it passes to customer. Does he just simply passes? Okay, you just go through the requirement document? No. He has further ability to develop them into user story that we have understood. Okay, in the past. When I mean to the past, it means that now let me come back to some flashback before you could join. Okay, what happened? This you all know that this is a combo course. It includes not only the business analysis, it also gives you the understanding, background, and knowledge about Agile and Scrum. Do you know that this is Agile Scrum BA combo? Do you all know that? Yeah. So what happened before you could join? We just completed Agile Scrum. Okay. And we transition into business analysis. The moment we will complete business analysis chapter, we will again transition back with the new batch into Agile Scrum. It means that when you join, you might have missed Agile and Scrum. But after you join, you will go ahead with business analyst, and again you will cover back what you have missed with the new batch. Did you get it, Prasad?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So in this way, you all are covered, even if you think that, oh, I have missed. However, the first thing with the context of answering Prasad's question is that the moment business analyst will even convert the things into user story and continue to do their analysis and design. The moment things will, so one large requirement document you have developed, now you are translating into the user story. It means that smaller piece of the requirement you will choose from the requirement document and put it into user story. But again, those user stories will require you to develop further step-by-step guidelines so that your team can understand. So those step-by-step guidelines, you will mark more details into the user stories. Okay, you will have to add some supporting design as well, that how the things will flow. And so these all activities are there for you to continue to add. The moment one user story is ready, you will assign it to the team member, because for every single user story, corresponding action items will be there for coder, for designer, for tester, and for any architect. So you will have such action item tickets as item tickets sprang from this user story, and those will be assigned to every single team member. So in case you could do it well in time, that's all right. And in case you can do well before time, even that is fine. So what has happened, you may still have the means plenty of time, or you may go cut to cut with the your activity. Means you are super duper busy, you don't have just time to chill or do something other activities. So even this example, how you are developing user story and assigning to the team, now you will have the multiple user stories to create. With me so far, Prasad?
Yes. Thanks, Gaurav.
Yeah. Not only that, what will happen, even if you have done all those activity, develop the user stories, okay, what you are going to do in case you have the further time? In case you have at all further time, you will not have time. You will anyway continuously involved into the meetings where you are going to give back or receive back some knowledge from the customer, what is going to come, what is not going to come. Still, if you have time, you are getting involved into the backlog refinement. Backlog means the broken down requirement, larger requirement, and you are going to strategize and prioritize which is needed most at first, so that in the next planning meeting, in the next sprint is a time duration, in a smaller interval you are delivering it, right? So there you are well ready in such meeting, next meeting, that okay, what customer wants next, that you have already prepared in the backlog grooming, to which I called it as a backlog refinement. That will happen before any sprint begins, when business analysts have good leisure time. Yeah, Prasad, you have further question?
Yeah, that's it for now, Gaurav. Thank you so
That's
much.
it. Okay, thank you so much for asking. I hope it has helped all of you to
Yes, sir.
get more in details. Awesome. So you can keep on asking such detailed question. Great. So what happens now? You have developed some requirement. Sometime you may define that how requirement is required, means what kind of requirement I should have. So you should have the analytical skills very much activated. Okay, analysis skill, to which we call it. So some analysis skill are developed by some framework, and today, and why some such analysis skills are required, because eventually customer and you as a business analyst are going to take a decision. Okay, and that decision will add up to the requirement, and that requirement may help customer, I mean end user, to do some work at ease, and eventually give back more revenue to the customer. That will be benefit to you as well, that will be ease to your work as well. So eventually any decision will impact on the revenue. With me so far? Yeah, yes or yes?
Yes.
Agree,
Yes.
any decision in the business
Yes.
will impact the revenue. So such business, to come on to such business understanding or business decision, you need to know few analytical skill. So whenever you have free time, you will continue to understand the customer in the various ways. Okay, so one way is to perform one analysis, to which we call it as this. So what is written here, the topic?
Yeah. Gaurav, you want to take this
Yeah,
from here?
definitely. Yes, definitely you can take it.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you.
Yeah, take it over.
Okay.
Right now.
So here, this is a very interesting topic. The short form for this is DDDM, that stands for Data Driven Decision Making. And as the word suggests, you must have understood that all the decision making that we will be doing in a business or in a project, that is kind of backed or forced, or I would say advised by the data. Okay, this is the one liner for this understanding of the concept. But how does this happen? Okay, like how does this process work? So all of you can see the screen. Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And there are 5 steps mentioned in that diagram which we have. It's like a wheel shaped diagram with arrows. So I would request 5 different people to read out the 5 steps for me one by one, please.
Define the problem.
Analyze the data.
Mhm.
Develop
Mhm.
insights.
Test the insights.
Review the results.
Thank you for reading it out. So here, if you could see, there is so much of data, right? Because this entire process is depending on data. So everybody understands what is data, or anybody has any doubts in it, please speak up, because it's important. Unless you know what is data, you will not be able to understand. Yeah, everybody understands what's data. Data is information or filtered or cleansed information. Yeah, no one. Everybody is good with data. Perfect. Okay, fine. Thank you. So as I mentioned, data means whatever information that we have gathered to transform it intellectually, that it can be used to make decision process. Okay, that simply means data in a, I would say, more refined manner. Okay. So first step is define the problem. Okay. So in any project or any work item in a business, if that is considered generally not always considered as a problem, but in such a situation that you have some requirement and you have shortage of funds or shortage of time or shortage of skilled resources, so that is kind of a problem. Okay, so if per se a customer was asking for a project in 6 months, but somehow due to their senior management change or objective change, now they want that same project to be delivered in 3 months. So is it a problem or not? Just answer to this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
it is the
Yes.
problem? What is the problem here? What do you feel is the problem here?
The
It cannot
time.
be done in half the time.
Timeline.
Yes, perfect. Someone said half time, someone said timeline, someone said time. You all are correct. So you understand, right? So this kind of scenarios keep happening wherein
Is it actually a problem? It's a change in requirement. How is there a change in problem?
no, it's not a change in requirement. It's actually a real life problem. So it's like you had to bake a cake in 2 hours and now you have given only 1 hour to bake a cake. So it's really humanly impossible at times to take that much time because your entire process of baking a cake requires that much time in the microwave or oven. Just like that,
No, I
on
was coming
similar
from
note,
no,
project.
no.
Yeah,
I
I'm
was
coming to
coming.
project. Mhm.
No, I was coming more from the solution you're trying to approach. Say, for example, the e-commerce integration what Gaurav took last time. The problem remains the same. Only
Yeah,
the
yeah.
timeline
So
is
I'm
changed.
coming
So
to
from
that.
that
I'm
perspective,
coming to
the
that.
hmm,
Mm-hmm.
from
Yeah.
that perspective, the
If
requirement
you
has not
allow
changed.
me to explain this,
Yeah,
this
go ahead,
might
please.
answer your query. Yeah,
Okay.
because I feel it's somewhere closer to what I'm trying to say. So give me some time. If that doesn't answer you, you can again come back with your question. Okay. Yes. So here we are trying to assess the situation as a problem to understand this concept. So now what we do, we have half of the time and we have the same amount of work. Okay. Now in such kind of scenario, when we have the problem, then the first thing is we have done that. Okay, this is a problem. Second is analyze the data. Now analyze the data means you're analyzing what all requirements you have, you're analyzing how much strength you have of resources, you're analyzing what is the situation like, assuming every I mean, say in every planning there is a buffer and some backup kept, but even after that, are we in a position to complete the work in 3 months and all? So we're just trying to assess and analyze the situation and the data what we have. Okay, so you're just kind of, trying to figure out how it can be done, how it can be possible, how we can tackle the problem. Then we come to third point is develop insights. Develop insights means we have been looking at the situation as a problem, but now the thing is we have to solve it, right? We have to ensure that whatever the customer is asking is fulfilled. So now the insights are, first of all, to complete the work in some, say, in half amount of time, you either have to increase the number of resources or increase the working hours or decrease some of the deprioritized requirement. You understand everything? Increase the man force, increase the working hours, or remove some of the requirements or deprioritize some of the requirements which are not so important or urgent by the client. So these are some of the options available. Okay. Or in such a case, you can actually even hire some resources from vendors or borrow from other projects, or just work on SOS basis. See, increasing working hours is humanly, it doesn't make that much of a difference because the same person is working, and after some hours in a day, your productivity tends to decline, right? Because you're human, physically or mentally, you tend to get tired. So there is no point in stretching the same person. Instead, you can have people working in shift, you can have additional people, you can have outsourced people. So this way, you're just trying to develop the insights, means you're trying to work on the solution. I think that's what I was trying to say. Though this situation has come as a problem, but now we are trying to work on it from the resolving point of view. And then you test the insight. That means you start working on this model of what you have decided. Like, okay, you have got the additional skilled or more experienced resources for the project. You have people working and double shifts in that possible. I'm just giving hypothetical examples. Okay, not everything is applicable, just for your understanding. So double shift generally doesn't work like that, but in such a scenario, if you're maybe geographically divided, then that kind of happens. Some people work in the day, some people work in the night, and 24/7 your work is going on. So this, imagine this fashion or this I would say way of work is going on, and once you are towards the completion, maybe towards the end of the third month, then you come and review the results, right? So have you achieved your ultimate goal of delivering the project in 3 months? Have you achieved the required quality that was promised or that was agreed upon? Have you are you as a team able to complete or completely develop all the requirements given by the customer? So that's the review. So here you see what have we done. We had a situation, or we have a situation that can be considered as a problem because it's not a routine business. Okay, so coming back to one of your question, it's not a requirement. A requirement would be a customer asking for some additional feature or some additional functionality or extra work. That would be a requirement or update. But when there is a change in a major change in scope or major change in timeline, that's most of the time is considered as a problem, because it's a problem. You were not initially told about it, you were not even ready, and it doesn't happen in usual course of action. Okay, so anybody has any doubts in it? Someone was discussing, and have I able to, like, have I answered your question, or you have still any doubts? Let me know. And if we don't have any doubts, we are good to go to next slide. Yeah.
Yeah,
Prerna, okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so since in this scenario, the hypothetical situation you have given, the timeline has reduced. Okay, so from 6 months to it has come down to 3 months. So in this scenario, the cost of the project increases.
Yes, I didn't mention that because it was not part of this model. But if you ask me, definitely cost would be increased, or it might be more than double. And you may ask how, because see, the options that I had mentioned, like going for better skilled resources, or more experienced resources, or hiring from vendors, like hiring from some other organizations, or borrowing your resources from other projects which are already built in some other projects. So all these things would require cost, right? If you're hiring more experienced people, right, then you would require a cost, right? You have to pay them more. You have to understand, you have to give as per their skill or their experience and things like that. So all these things will definitely have an impact on the cost, and that has to be borne by the customer. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, somebody else had something.
Yeah, it was pretty much same question. I was about to ask that if they do not have budget to hire the more resources, what will happen in that case?
And also one important point, unless the customer agrees upon this increase in budget, we will not start working on this project. This is also important. Always remember this. See, because what happened many a times, even, I mean, nowadays it has become very a professional, I would say, but sometimes in earlier times, it used to be like more of like customer bonding or relationship building. We used to give some features free, or even now also it's called freebies or cookies, that some of the work or functionality we just offer them, okay, that this is from our side, which would definitely not cost much or not involve too much of time. But when such drastic change is there, this is definitely going to impact your work. See, what are you doing? You're actually borrowing your resources from other projects. So that project is going to suffer, or that project might have to lengthen, in time, or you want to hire more resources that is going to cost to the company. So you are putting in more cost, so that has to be borne by the customer. Here, I didn't mention that because in this situation, I was focusing more on data, but it is really important that yes, all these decisions definitely and always will result in budget change. It mostly increase only, but I'm just calling it as a budget change to just keep in mind. Yeah. If we do not have any doubts, we can move to next slide, please. Yeah, Gaurav.
Yeah,
Okay,
Preeta.
here
So
we
I'm
have an
going,
example.
I can go to the next
Go ahead.
slide. Yeah, you can explain that. So this is just a caption to the upcoming slide, that applying the data-driven decision-making framework to online marketing. And this is the slide. Yeah, over to you.
Okay. So now the situation or the problem is it's bold and mentioned in bold. I'm not making any money from my advertising campaign. Okay. So this kind of situation, some of you might have experienced in real life, or maybe I've seen in enterprise, or I would actually like to share my personal experience that we as a family wanted to sell off some of the property, and we had some of the given those advertisement in newspaper. You do that also, that though there is online though there are many websites nowadays, wherein you can buy and sell and rent property, but then this is a traditional way wherein for your, I would say, outskirts areas or village areas, instead of websites, people are more comfortable with advertisements in newspapers and stuff like that. So even that new advertisement was not fetching too many customers. So I have personally experienced this. So in such a scenario, what should be your course of action, or what should be your how should you go ahead using DDDM principle? Okay, so yeah, I would request 5 people to read out the 5 points, starting with first problem. I hope that is visible for you. Problem is saying what
I am falling short of my revenue goal.
Yes. So the problem here is, yeah, thank you. I'll just explain. Thank you for reading it out. So the problem here is, as I'm not getting proper or good response to my advertisement, my revenue generation, like my earning has been reduced, or my earning is not as per what I had imagined or what I had planned. Revenue goal means whatever income I had uh, planned in my mind, or I had estimated that I would earn, that I am not able to achieve. Okay. Revenue simply means that, and goal means whatever you had in your mind, or what you had decided. That's one thing. Second, analysis. Yeah, please read out.
Analysis. I'm missing my lead goal KPI by 50%.
Yeah. So I'm missing my lead goal KPI by 50%. So this basically mean what leads means whatever inquiries that are coming in as a due to advertisement, or due to this activity that I want to perform, those are getting missed. But you have one on the phone that might not be reachable, or that advertisement that you have been given in the newspaper that might not be getting printed on the all the newspaper that you are asking for. For example, I'm just saying, it might be some regional newspapers only, not the bigger ones, or things like that. So you have to understand. So you are saying that whatever leads I'm getting, out of which 50% are not getting fruitful, or I'm not able to get that. The simple meaning is, I'm not getting maximum output from this advertisement, or maximum leads, or maximum I would say responses is the right word, from this advertisement. Okay, so what is the insight on this?
So the
Yeah, third point.
advertisement is not, yeah.
Sorry.
Inside, I am missing out on 75% of search impression share due to lack of advertising budget.
Yes. So here they're saying due to my low budget of advertisement, some of the features of advertising are not put into that, or my advertisement is not up to a mark because my advertisement budget is not. You know how we have now this is a silly example, but we have those matrimonial sites. Everybody knows, yes or no? At least they've seen, if
Yes.
not paid. So there I feel you have those packages like gold package, diamond package, platinum package, silver package. So as per those packages, your reach for prospective or bride or grooms, or people on there changes, the number of people you can message. I had some project related to that earlier, so I know this in detail, and I've also seen the websites earlier for study purpose. So you know how that works. They say that if you are a gold member, you can per se contact 100 people, you can personally message 50 people, and you can chat with 25 people. If you have platinum, that goes to 500 people, so that way here what happens, as more you pay, your reach increases like that. Okay, give me a second. So as per your budget, as per your payment, your facilities increase. So same scenario here, what they are saying, that due to my lack of budget, I'm not able to reach out to the maximum customer or maximum prospective buyers in such a scenario. Okay. So what is the test department says here?
Increase advertising budget by 50% over the course of 30 days.
Yes. So now see, remember, this section is called as test. That means nobody is foolproof about it. Everybody is trying, it's a test thing. So what do they say? We will increase the budget by 50%. So imagine right now, if I'm putting per se 1 million, I know it's a huge amount, just for example, I'll put 2 million for this month only. So for this month, I will increase my budget by double. I mean, I'll double my budget, and I'll try to see how it works, because it's a test thing. And the results are, yes.
Increased ad budget, improved impression share, resulting in lead KPIs being achieved and revenue goal released.
Realized. Yeah. So the thing is, as your budget increase, as you have put in more money in the advertisement, those advertisements have more reach now. They might be in bold, the caption would be bigger, they're more eye-catchy, they're more fancy. Just try to imagine any advertisement on newspaper as of now, because it's very easy to visualize, I feel. So, they are maybe colorful or decorative or whatever they try to put, because you put in extra money. And now, because of all that, because of the bigger space they have taken in the newspaper, you are able to achieve the revenue that you had aspired for or you had planned for. Okay. So do you realize how this DDDM helped here? You had a data, you had a problem, you analyzed it, you try to think over it, you develop insight onto it, you test that insight. Insight is basically means a kind of solution that you come up with after thinking. Okay. You test that solution if that works or not. And once that works, you review it that, okay, as this has worked well, I have achieved my goal. It can be any goal. It can be shortage of timing. It can be increase too many increase in the requirement by the customer, within short span of time, or it can be anything. Sometimes it's even the entire project change also. So imagine if you're working on something and the customer might say, no, you don't want to go ahead with that. There is a change in our policy or vision or mission or whatnot. So there are situations in like that, because you already started your work, you have your planning, budgeting done. And trust me, all these things also before the project starts require a lot of efforts. As a project manager, I personally have faced this, that you plan for the entire project for 6 month duration, every day or every month, every week, every sprint planning you do, you put in resources, you do budgeting, you do everything, and then the customer comes and say, no, we kind of scrapping this and we want to come up with something new. It's a pure wastage and really killer of your time and energy, and that has to be again borne by the customer, because it is not your fault, or it is not your wish to scrap or do not go ahead with that project. So these kind of scenarios do occur in organizations, not very often, I would say, but yes, there is a good chance that as per whatever I would say environmental changes, organizational changes customer has, these kind of situation occur. So that's why to face this, we have this triple DM or DDDM concept, wherein you understand how to resolve it. Anybody has any queries, feel free
Yeah,
to
just one
ask.
question, Prerna.
Yeah,
So
go ahead.
who will decide, who will take that decision that by increasing the 50% of advertising budget, it will increase the 50% of the lead goal?
See, here the decision is, when we did that analysis, when we did the research, we realized that we are not able to get the goals. So post research, we did that. When I say we, in this scenario, coming back to our IT example, it is or it will always be a collective decision. Okay. Sorry. See, though hierarchy wise or experience wise, product owner and scrum masters are in a way more experienced, but then in such kind of scenarios, even your developers input, your BA's input, everybody's input is taken, because these are the grassroots level workers. They actually work on your project. So it is always a collective decision. The final response, as in the face of the discussion, would be a product owner who would go back to the customer, because he is a senior authority and it feels better to go from him. But then as a decision, it will be your entire team, if required your senior managers, because the cost is involved and the customer has to agree. So it is always a collective decision. Please remember this. Yeah, does it answer your question? So
Yeah,
yes,
but what if happen if that by increasing the 50% of marketing budget, it doesn't increase the lead goal? What will happen in that case?
then you'll again have to analyze why it did not happen.
Okay,
So
so,
are
so it
you
will go
are
back
you
to number
target
3.
Absolutely right. So this happens, right? Even in our scenarios also. Imagine your school or college days. You prepared for your exam. You thought you'll get 100 out of 100 in maths, assuming, because it's a possibility. But you got 75. And you were like, oh, where did I go wrong? So you again analyze, oh, I did these theorems wrong, or I missed these steps, or I missed this question, or I was, wrong in this calculation. See, that is why it is not a one way process. It's a repetitive, or I would say recursive process, where you keep coming back. This is a scenario we have given because it's easy to visualize, it's easy to think, and it's easy to implement. But in real life, yes, you keep revising, you keep having the newer insights, you keep analyzing the situation, and that is how we learn and we grow. Yes, Sayed? Anything else?
Yeah, thank you. That's all.
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, Gaurav, we can go to next slide.
Yeah, Prerna, I'm there on the next slide. Do you want me to take, or you can continue?
Sorry, Gaurav, I was talking on mute. No,
No
I was
problem.
just saying we have already discussed this. I would just request 5 different people to read it out. And if there is doubt, we will do. And here it is, see, it's mentioned in analysis, the what. So what are we analyzing? In insights, the why. Why are we doing it? And the test, it means how are we going to implement? So it's very well explained. So I will really recommend and request people who have not spoken till now, please, I know it's late, but I think this will be we are towards the closure already. Just read out these points, and in case there's any doubt, let us know, or we can go towards the closure. Go ahead.
Problem. I am falling short of my revenue goal.
Next point.
analysis, the what, I'm missing my monthly lead acquisition goals, KPI, by 50%.
Thank you. Next.
Insight, the why, I'm missing out on 75% of my search impression due to a lack of advertising budget compared to my closest bid competitors.
Right. So my budget is lesser than my competitors. See, we didn't even discuss about competition. So competition is also one of the external force. So that is why. Okay. Next, test.
Yes. So how I'm going to test increasing my advertising spend by 50% of the course of a month to see if I can increase my search impression share.
Yes. So here, what are we doing? We're just trying this solution for 1 month. We are not saying it's a foolproof or it's a final solution. We are saying we'll try this for 1 month and we'll see how it works out. Does it increase my share? Okay. So it's a test. Always remember. Next, result. Yeah, last point, please.
Increasing advertising budget resulted in a 100% increase in search impression share, resulting in my lead acquisition goal KPI being achieved. I have compared these results against my return on advertising spend and return on investment ROI figures for the last 30 days compared to the previous month, and I can see improvements here as well.
Absolutely. Thank you for reading it out. So here, see, we as a team only tried it out, but it resulted in a positive outcome. Okay. There could have been scenario it did not result in expected outcome. See, that happens. But here, luckily, because it's an example for understanding, we have mentioned that, okay, this test resulted in positive outcome. So let's go ahead with that. Yeah. So any doubts in this? If not, I'll just check with Gaurav that are we good to go ahead or should we wrap up here? It's
Ma'am, one
almost
quick
time.
question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So where the DDM will take place in real IT scenario, like
Every decision. Every decision, I would say. See, we don't call it explicitly as DDDM, but DDDM, sorry. But it's on every decision. Like this particular scenario, if a customer comes in and asks for a project within half of the time, definitely. Another scenario, customer comes in and says that, okay, we want to add further requirements to this, but we are not sure we could give more time. So it's a similar thing. They are not reducing the time, but they are asking for extra work in the same time. So again, it's going to change your planning, it's going to change your budget, it's going to change your resource planning, it's going to change your schedule, it's going to change everything. And this is an ongoing thing, trust me. In organization, currently the market and the work style is so dynamic, that's why we're using Agile. Dynamic means we are not sure whatever work we are doing today, it will be relevant or it will be fixed after a couple of days or after a couple of weeks, because there can be changes. Even I have seen projects who were into development phase already, but they were kind of scrapped and put aside or maybe deprioritized and given some other work, other project because of the ask from senior management or that company's requirement. Okay. So all these things, all the cost, all the pain of planning, managing your team, getting deliveries done, everything is done by seniors in your team along with the development team, and that has to be managed. So we use data driven decision making almost thoroughly every time in IT, if I have to call. I personally have used it. Yes.
So I will add
Anybody else?
something. I will add something over here.
Yeah, please go ahead.
So this framework applies to solve any problem. Okay. And when it comes to solve any problem, trust me, when you literally go ahead with these orders, problem, analysis, insight, test, and result, you can solve any problem, not only in the software industry, but also related to your personal life, my dear friend. Okay. And it has been proven, and that's the reason it has been taught. Okay. So next time, whenever we will meet, if you want to challenge it, okay, I have this personal problem, I want to see that whether it can solve or not, we will do it. Okay, that's number one. Number two, but definitely for any technical issue, this can be one of the go-to framework to identify the real real solution using DDDM. Okay, so that's the not widely used, but definitely you can anytime use. So that is one thing I just wanted to add.
Okay, thank you.
Any question around it? Okay, so I'll take the silence as a no. I think we have come to the end of the time. So what I'm expecting now, so everyone, you go ahead on WhatsApp group, and I want you all, because this is the time where we just also collect that how many have you actively present here. So what you are going to do is that you will go to the WhatsApp group, the BA Scrum group. Okay, in that I want you to type the top learning for today. Okay, so go to the WhatsApp group, and here I have written what's your top learning. I want you to write minimum 3 top learning. Okay, you have got this message. Let me share my screen. Whether it is visible to you or not, you will get to see that. Okay, so here is the screen shared. Can you all see that? Yeah.
Yes.
So me and Prerna, we are going to review it one by one, and we are going to reacting in every comment of yours. And please supply your top learning into that, and that will consider that you have just not plugged here and just not participated in one event or two. You had been fully present, and that will also consider in your active presence over here. So we are going to personally review them. So here we call it, and again we are going to meet tomorrow. Okay, so thank you so much everyone for joining in. Till then, enjoy remaining rest of the Sunday. Bye bye. Take care and good night, everyone. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Prerna, you can
Good
stay
night.
back, please.
Good night. Take care. Yeah, Gaurav.
Yeah. So thank you, everyone. Bye bye.
Good night. Bye bye.
So rest of all, you can please drop. Mansi, Samira, Mukta, Janitune, Ursha, Saumita, please drop.
Yeah, Swamita and Urusha, you can drop, please.
I'm putting them into waiting room. Okay, just allow.
Yeah.
So I put everyone in waiting room.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Good.
let me stop the recording.